It's 3 o'clock, and I have something to tell you. Well, two things, really. Let me get some music playing. Whew. I just ate a cookie. So come on in.
All day I rush around, but
I'm
still on the ground.
Hey, Sherry. And late night tubing. I finally figured it out.
If I can find my
I know.
wings,
Yep, that does it.
find my wings.
Hey, Cincinnati.
Impatiently, I want
Pamela.
to fly today.
See you, Junior.
But I hear a gentle
I don't know how to pronounce it.
voice inside me say that slow and steady steps will be my pace.
Hey, Gail.
Slow and steady.
I have not made my pumpkin pies yet. That's part of my true confession.
It will take some time, but the victory will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly. I'm starting to believe I only race with me, only me. I can't give to someone else this journey for myself. It's for myself. Since my best is all I have, it is enough. I can see a ray of hope. I've got to trust that slow and steady steps will be my pace. Slow and steady steps will win this race. It will take some time, but the victory will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly, and I will soar. I will reach the sky. A little at a time. I'm reaching. I'll keep believing that slow and steady steps will be my pace. Slow and steady steps will win this race. It will take some time, but the victory will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to
Okay, folks. Robert and I have just been in piddle mode. Do you ever just putter around? He's been outside. He's blowed leaves again. This is the third time he's done it in the last 4 days. He has he's gathered up a bunch of sticks to chip, and he's done that. And then I looked at him a while ago and I said, and he went to the grocery store today so he wouldn't have to do it tomorrow because tomorrow could be crazy. And I said, I need you to go back to the grocery store. And he said, what did I forget? I said, you didn't forget anything. We talked about this last week when you went to the grocery store. And I asked if it was too soon to buy the fresh broccoli for the broccoli salad. And he said it was. And we forgot to put it back on the list. It was on the other list for last week, but we didn't put it on the list for this week. So, y'all, check your list twice. And he has had to run back to the grocery store. He said it was hopping at the grocery store this morning. So he's gone back to the grocery store and he is just, we just laughed. And we both saw the hawk again. Robert got to look at it through binoculars. It had caught a field mouse and it was having its lunch. So we just love it. We just love seeing the hawk. And he says it's not a red-tailed hawk. So I think it's probably a goshawk or some other kind. We have about 9 different species in North Carolina. Anyway, we're excited. We're excited. I'm going to cut up the broccoli and see I can take it. And this is a fun part. I can saute some onions and then slice the stem of the broccoli up into really thin pieces and saute those. And then put them in some chicken broth, at which point I can turn it into a broccoli cheddar soup with some cream and some sharp cheddar cheese. That's probably what we're going to have for dinner tonight. Broccoli cheddar soup. Your cat's come to listen. I've decided that our cat, have you ever watched the Guardians of the Galaxy and there's this twig that talks and all it says is Groot? Well, Samantha can meow in lots of different tones, and it reminds me of that critter or whatever it is on Guardian of the Galaxy. It's funny. Excuse me, y'all. I ate a nut, and it's anyway. So I'm here to tell you, I forgot the broccoli, and Robert is just so good to go back to the store for me. Just so good. He's just precious. But I've lost something, and I don't know where it is. And Robert is my finder of lost things. And I have a tablecloth I've had for 20 years. And it's a damask tablecloth. It's ivory colored. I've got 12 napkins to match it. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And I can't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it last year, but I gave up looking for it. But I don't know where it is. I don't think I let anybody borrow it. It's just crazy. And we've looked everywhere. We can't find it. So for $20 I ordered a new one. It's not as pretty as that one, but it'll do. Did you look in the closet in your office? It is not in there. Nope, it's not in there. So I don't know where it is, but I have searched the world over and I can't find it. And I'm remembering Hee-Haw. I've searched the world over and thought I'd found true love, and she was gone. Just gone. It just evaporated. But, you put something in a safe place, you think you're going to know where it is, and it's just gone. Just gone. I don't have too many places to put things. We have a small house with not a lot of storage in it. For damp items, check your iron. I don't have an ironing pile. I don't have it because this had something in it where you run it through the dryer and it's pretty, just pretty. I've looked at my Christmas decorations. I've searched them. So I don't know. I'll run across it one day, or somebody will. I don't have a towel drawer. I have a dish towel drawer. I have a drawer that has some tablecloths in it, but it's not there. I've got some tablecloths up in the top of my closet, and it's not there. So my nice tablecloth, it would fit my table when it's got both leaves in it and spread out to seat 12 people. But we only have it where it can seat 6 right now. And then we'll take 2 chairs away and it'll be fine. Julie's here. She went grocery shopping this morning. And Justin Robert remembered, not only did Justin kill a deer, he killed a big old rattlesnake. A rattlesnake with a rattler 2 inches long on it. So y'all be careful out there. When it warms up, the snakes come out and thaw up after it's been cold for a little bit, and they come back out. I heard Jason from Cog Hill Farms talking about that this morning. There's a certain way he would go down into the woods, and he's just not going that way because he didn't have a path. Anyway, folks, I can't find my tablecloth. I forgot to put broccoli on the list, and it is what it is. I'm just not going to worry about it. Just not going to worry about it. We do what we got to do when we got to do it. Did he cook the rattlesnake? No, he did not. It's not really good to eat rattlesnake. I don't care what anybody says. It's just, I don't think it's biblical to eat rattlesnake. If you're hungry, that's a different thing. But he did skin it, and his friend took the skin, and he's gonna get it. I have tanned the hide of not a rattlesnake, but of a raccoon one time. Did you look under your mattress? It's not under my mattress. It's not under my mattress. That says I looked there. I've looked in my nightstand drawers. I've looked everywhere except where it is. I haven't looked in my blanket chest. Probably need to look there. But it's never been there. Anyway, life is good. So tomorrow is planning play day. And right now, I want to talk you through something. I used to only have one oven, and I would have to plan. It's a 30-inch oven, so it's a nice oven. But I would have to plan for what would fit in there. My sister-in-law would come in with casserole dishes that need to go in the oven. So my oven need to be totally empty when she gets to the house because she has to warm up some stuff, and we have to warm up the rolls because I'm going to pre-cook the rolls. And if you're going to be cooking a turkey on Thursday, that's going to take you 3 to 4 hours maybe more. You got to look at the directions on how big your turkey is, and it needs to be room temperature. I'm going to cook mine on Wednesday because I like it better that way. I don't have to worry about cooking a turkey on Thursday and everything coming together at once. I've got my mashed potatoes done, and I got these gold pans, casserole dishes. I'm trying to not cook as much because I cook for an army. And so I'm trying to cook a smaller amount of food so that I don't have that many leftovers. But I do like the leftovers. But I'm going to make a nice bowl of broccoli salad. And the way I make my broccoli salad, and I've got a video on it, is I just cut the tips of the broccoli off. Just the tips of the broccoli off. And then it's in smaller pieces. And we've got golden raisins. We've got sunflower seeds. I've got a nice balsamic vinegar and mayonnaise and a little bit of sugar. Uh, can you freeze cooked greens? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I watched Cog Hill Brooke at Cog Hill Farms. They love collard greens. I cook what I think some of the best collard greens I've ever eaten. And what I like to do is I like to take the big fat stem out of the collard greens. Now, I don't cook collard greens for Thanksgiving. Nope, not going to do that. I cook them for New Year's Day. And that's, but Brooke, they grow them and they just put them in the ground. So they don't even have any right now. They have some they freeze dried. And she tried freeze dried macaroni and cheese. She had the cutest macaroni and cheese recipe the other day I have ever seen. She But I'm getting sidetracked here. So you take the collard green leaves, and they're about the size of a dinner plate, and you cut the stem out of them. You don't want that thick stem in there and tough stem. And then you take the collard greens and lay them flat, and I like to take them and roll them up like a big old sausage or a burrito. Just roll them up and then slice them in 1 inch pieces. And then I put them in my big old pot. And you can put some chicken broth with them if you want to. But I like to use, because I'm going to put a little bit of sweet in them, just a touch. But I don't use sugar. I use wine, white wine. I just use cheap box wine. So all I use it for is cooking. And I'll put about a cup in the pan. But first, I've cooked a pound of bacon, in the pan, and you can saute some onions with that, however you want to do it. And I put that cup of wine in there and put those pieces of collard greens, and the pot is full. And then I put the lid on it, and it steams them, and they just wilt down. And that's some of the best collard greens you'll ever eat. Now you can put a little garlic in there if you want to, or a little black pepper. Yeah, black eyed peas is another one. I always like purple hull peas better than anything. And Brooke and Jason plant purple hull peas too. And I really like mustard greens. They're kind of got a little sharp bite to them, a little spicy bite to them. And you can mix mustard greens and turnip greens together and just have a nice flavor. But I'm not going to do those at Thanksgiving. Too much work. I've got to, yeah, somebody would use turkey bacon. I'm not going to use turkey bacon. No. But you can put country ham in them. I put some country ham in my green beans this time. I got to sneeze, y'all. Anyway, The cooking is getting down. Tomorrow, you plan what you're gonna put in your oven. If you're gonna start with your turkey, my granny used to get up at the crack of dawn and put her turkey on, and then it would sit out half the day, and I would just think that ain't right. That just ain't right. Laura said, "It's just the two of us." Laura says, "It's just the two of us, both disabled, and we're having Cracker Barrel do Thanksgiving takeout on Wednesday." Oh, that brought back a memory. When Ben first got out of prison, he was really sick, y'all. And I couldn't leave him. I couldn't leave him. And by Thanksgiving, we had rented a house. Didn't have any furniture, but we had rented a house. But Ben was in the hospital. So I went up to the hospital to stay with him because you just don't leave people in the hospital. This was before the pandemic, just right before. And I thought I'll go to Cracker Barrel and get us Thanksgiving dinner. And he couldn't eat. And I knew he couldn't eat. He had a severe blockage in his colon. He couldn't eat. And I couldn't eat in front of him. So I left, I had ordered the meal. I left Cracker Barrel with 2 huge bags of food. And I couldn't take it back to the hospital. And over in the parking lot, I saw 3 men standing there. And I had everything from drinks to rolls, all of it. And I drove up to those men standing out in the cold. And I said, "Do y'all have something to eat?" And they said, "No, ma'am. We're trying to catch a ride." And I said, "Would you like some Thanksgiving dinner?" And I handed them the bags of stuff. Anyway, I have a really sweet husband. I didn't get to spend I didn't get to spend Thanksgiving with Robert, but I got to help take care of Ben. Anyway, y'all. Y'all be good, kind, and sweet. And bless somebody else. Bless somebody else. I love you all. See you later. I'll be okay.